YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet. Madden 18 Dallas Cowboys franchise. This is the Cowboys Insider, and we are looking into week 15, and this is episode 15 of our insider look of our franchise. So we just got done with the Raiders there, and we very close game there towards the end there. 49-45, really no defense there. Neither team really had any defense or could take over the game. Oakland just did a great job of really passing the ball there towards the end. They had a couple of penalties there. You see 47 yards in penalties. We only had 5. But we had, of course, great time possession. And really, truly, a lot of it for the Raiders there, it came from 2 pick sixes that they got from Prescott there. See there, he threw 3 interceptions. He had 5 touchdowns, and he had 557 yards. He completed 68% of his passes there in the game. He was 32 of 47. In my opinion, I think he threw a little too much there in that game there, but we kind of had to there. And for a while there, at least talking to the coaching staff there, they said that they was really wanting him just to kind of forget out of his funk that he was in and just pass, try to get something going there. In the backfield there, of course, for the Raiders there, they had a good game. Lynch had over 100 yards. He had 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, 14 carries there. As for us, Elliott had 20 carries, 127 yards, 1 touchdown there. Try to get him the ball a little bit more often in that game. But just, it's just at this time of the year, you kind of just want to, with him coming back and just trying to get him rested up. And, he's rested up, I should say. But just trying to get him back and trying to get him going again. Trying to get him working back into the offense again was a bit of an issue there. So, we kind of stayed with our game plan. There you see Switzer. He had a great game. He had 7 receptions, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cole Beasley, 2 receptions for 23 yards, a touchdown. And Des Bryant had 4 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Jason Witten had 7 receptions, 119 yards, and just couldn't get him in the end zone there. We tried our best there with him. But, things happen. Kind of had to change the game plan some around. And in a lot of ways, that's what we had to do. For a while there, we wasn't throwing to Dez. Terrence was there quite often, which I kind of feel bad because we couldn't get him in the end zone. Even though he had 7 receptions, 140 yards there in the game. It was just really tough trying to get him in the game and get him going, or get at least when we got into the red zone there, try to get him in there. And then defensively, Anthony Hutchins, 8 tackles. Heath there had 7 tackles, a forced fumble. We also had a great day from DeMarcus Lawrence there. He had 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, a fumble, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery there in that game after Carr coughed up the ball there, and we were able to get the ball back. Didn't do too much with that drive there when we did get the ball there, but later on we came back and we were able to get down the field and get the lead there towards the end within that last, I think it was about the last 2 minutes or so in the game, and able to take the lead. So it was a tight game overall there. Was really freaking out towards the beginning because we already had 14-0 lead on us in that first quarter there, and of course Lynch was just in beast mode. And so yeah, it was a tough day there at the beginning. It was kind of started thinking like this might be the game that they have us here, but that wasn't the case. We were able to continue fighting there in that game. As you take a look, Prescott won your offensive players there this week for the NFC, and defensively there you see Lawrence there also for the Cowboys there. So 2 Cowboys representing us there when it comes to top players of the week. Barton Jr. there for the Raiders for defensively there, and Marcus Mariota for the Titans there for AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So congratulations to all 4 of those guys there. Take a look at the news there. But for the most part, I think in this game, I think it was just, I think the Raiders, in a lot of ways, they kind of expose us in a lot of, in a lot of the in their defense there. They were able to Carr was really able to pick us apart there and take apart what we were doing. And you know, when we were supposed to be in man-to-man, you know, we were we should have been playing man-to-man. We were in zone, and then vice versa. So he did, I think, really did a great job there. And really got to tip my hat to him. But you know, it really came down to whoever had ball, whoever had last possession of the ball. And we were able, that one drive, we were able to march down there and take the lead. But then them trying to come back, they just came up short there. You guys didn't really get to see it there, but there was a drive there that I should have shown. It was a third down. It was a crucial third down. They could have had it, but the ball was tipped out of the way and it tipped out of bounds, and they just wasn't able to score there. It was a good fourth down play, but they just came up short there. So defense did a great job there. I should have shown that, but I was kind of wanting to just get get that episode over with and whatnot, with all the glitching that was going on there. I don't know if you guys noticed. Just taking a look at the schedule from last week, from the week 15 there. But I mentioned there was a couple glitches in that game where a lot of the players where I had the play set, and then the player would just kind of walk off, and I couldn't snap the ball for whatever reason. So yeah, I don't know if this is a glitch that's going on or whatever, because I just recently updated a lot of stuff on the game. But yeah, that was really weird how that all came about. And I will say that this game was actually filmed or just recorded just a week ago. I know by the time this video comes up, it'll be a couple days after the actual game in real life happened, and the whole controversy that came in that game there. So kind of find it, you know, weird that, you know, that game came down to a point where you had to bring out a note card and measure it. So but yeah, like I said, that game was recorded weeks ago. Just now put it up. So by the time this comes out, it'll be probably Tuesday or Wednesday, just a couple days after that game in real life that happened between the Cowboys and Raiders there. So but yeah, for the most part, if you just take a look at the standings right here, we're undefeated still, and we're going to get ready to play the Seahawks coming up. We'll be there in Dallas. Take a look there at the AFC West. For us, you know, the path right now looks like it's going to go through Dallas to the playoffs. But like I said, just because you make the playoffs does not mean the work is done. The work is just getting started. Talking to a lot of the guys in the locker room there said that they know they got a lot of work still to do. And, you know, they got to try to keep everybody healthy and fresh. And especially coming up this game with the Seahawks. Seahawks got a good defense there. I think we're about to see their standings here in just a bit. But yeah, they got a good standings right now in the NFC West. And they are not a team that we're going to take very lightly at all. Let's just take a look at our standings right now. 14-0 going into Week 16. There you see Redskins, Eagles, and Giants right behind us. There, and really still try to fight for. I think Redskins might have a shot at a playoff spot there, coming out of that division. But there you see Seahawks 11-3 for the season so far. Rams and Cardinals and 49ers still winless in this one. But yeah, top threats there. You know, we're talking about a lot in a lot of ways here. You got offensively, you got guys like. Well, Ross is out. He's going to be out for an injury. But, of course, Russell Wilson, Jimmy Graham. Defensively, you got Earl Thomas III. You also have Sherman there. They're deep in your secondary there. So, this week probably will not be throwing down the field that much. It's going to be a lot of short passes. You take a look at our offensive game plan there against them. Offensively, we're just going to have to throw a lot of short passes, a lot of screen passes. Elliott will probably be utilized a lot more in the passing game there. He'll probably we'll probably end up bringing in Alfred Morris and a lot more help out in the backfield there when it comes to the running game. So that's something I'm kind of looking into. And then defensively here, we're going to have to defend that screen pass they like to do there. So you guys will see here in just a bit. Eddie Lacy there. He's in the backfield there for them because right now Ross is out for an injury. So there's going to be probably a lot of screen passes being thrown there to guys like Jimmy Graham and all those big fast receivers they have and backs and stuff like that we're going to have to deal with. And that's going to be a key issue for us. And here lately, we've been giving up a lot of those screen passes like that. So that might be a big issue for us. As you see there, Thomas Ross, like I mentioned earlier, he's going to be out for a while. He's going to be he has about 3 more weeks left on the DL with that dislocated ankle there. And then other names right there, you got not too many big names that you probably would know. They're going to be out for a while there. Got a couple ACL tears. And you got Elliott there with a broken ankle there. So Seahawks not really hurting as much. They pretty much got their whole starters there ready and waiting for us. Russell Wilson, there you see what he's done for this his stats so far this season. He's been throwing pretty well here. I don't really have the stats right now in front of me of what he's done this season so far, but with 11-3 record, you will. I mean, he's one of those guys. He's gonna be a dual threat through the air and through the ground. So we're gonna have to try to watch out for him. I would have to say probably going to have to add a lot of man spy coverage on him just to make sure, especially in the beginning of the game, just to make sure he stays in place, keep him in that pocket, and and I would say try to apply pressure on him, but he works great under pressure. So we're just going to have to really do a good job in coverage when zone packages and stuff like that. Eddie Lacy, another guy there, just right out of the backfield from Alabama, 4-year man, former, I was gonna say, I forgot what team he played for beforehand, but just a great guy coming out of the backfield there. He's going to be utilized, I would say, a lot here in this game when it comes to the screen passes. And if he gets hot running wise, that'll be something else that we'll have to worry about. And he's one of those guys. He's a bruiser. He'll just take you down the field and just just check it every single time. Doug Bolden, one of the wide receivers there, he's had a pretty decent year so far here with the Seahawks, and there you see him, his stats so far here. Just got to worry about the speed. And just his overall, just a great wide receiver there, just great clutch receiver when they need him at third downs, along with him and Graham. Tyler Lockett, another one that can just go down the field there. I remember seeing him play for K-State there, and just one of those great down the field receivers that can pretty much anything you can throw to him, he pretty much can catch it. So we'll see how we can shut him down there. From our defensive point of view for this game, and I mean, honestly, it's just gonna be a game that I really think is gonna be probably again another high-scoring game. I don't see too much of our defense, either one of the defense being too dominant. I probably will say that the Seahawks defense will probably be pretty, if not dominant, or be the most scary defense we've seen this year. So we'll have to try to, the first couple of drives, it's probably gonna be pretty tough. We'll probably have to take our time there and try to figure out where we can, what angle of getting into the end zone is best for us, is to the air or through the ground. Michael Bennett, there you see his numbers there, defensive end there. Great run stopper there. That's a guy that I think will probably end up running the ball a lot more on the left side of him. So we can get away from him, so he doesn't wrap up or hurt Elliott or nor Morris there, because of course Morris just came back from injury, and we're going to try to keep those guys fresh, and I think we will be able to keep those guys fresh coming up. And then you got your middle linebackers like Bobby Wagner, a longtime guy there, who is going to be great. Another run stopper there. So the running game, like I said, it may. We'll try to run as much as possible, try to wear them down, but I don't want to say, well, we'll just run and then just as soon as we can't run anymore, we'll just toss to the side and just keep passing, because that's going to put us in trouble. I don't like throwing too much with with Prescott there, so The running game is going to be really crucial for us. And then, of course, there we got to watch out for the corner there of Richard Sherman. He is a long-time vet here for this ball club. Did a lot of things for these guys and defensively there. And part of that, defensive boom or doom or whatever they call it there, there in Seattle. He will definitely be an issue. And then, of course, Cam Chandler there. So, like I said, going too deep, I want to kind of open it up to Bryant this week to get him the ball, a little more touches to him. I think up the middle is going to be also an issue for us, so we probably will keep, Witten close to the quarterback and more short pass range there for us this week compared to other weeks there. So, it's going to be an interesting week coming up for Week 16. Like I said, we got 2 more weeks left. We got 16 and 17 left to go. We got these Seahawks, and then we have the Eagles coming up in the final week of the regular season. So we'll see how we do here coming up here in Cowboy Nation. So we'll be hosting them. There'll be a home game there for us, and it should be a good one. Hopefully the crowd will be behind us and supporting us and giving us all they can there in the stands there. So stay tuned for episode 16 as we get ready for Week 16 to take on the Seattle Seahawks. It should be a great game. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Cowboys Insider here on ESGNet. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord now. You guys can check us out there for the latest news and events on what's going on here on ESGNet, what's going on in sports and sports gaming in general. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, keep yourselves and each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.